Hello everyone, my name is Michaela, Cinematic Stitches here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel about all things cross-stitch, craft, quilting, whatever I decide to get up to, but it's mostly cross-stitch. This is going to be a little floss tube extra. This is my year-end WIP Parade, so welcome. I have done one WIP, no, it wasn't even really a WIP Parade, it was like a finish/WIP Parade in my very first video ever. Oh, you know what I think I did? I think I did a WIP Parade in my first video and then a finish parade in my second one. So I started my channel in March. We're almost at a year. I've started a lot of stuff since then. I thought it would be fun to go through everything I've done. So before I jump into that, I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday time. I had a very Merry Christmas with my family. It was like super low key this year. But really nice. Went over to my parents' house for dinner with my sister, husband, and brother-in-law, and yeah, we played games and ate delicious food. It's really nice. I have the week off of work. I'm off until I think next Tuesday. Yeah, January 2nd. So I am attempting to fill my time by catching up on games and doing a lot of stitching. I do have to be careful about how much stitching I'm doing though. Yeah, noticing that familiar ache in my arms though when I do too many things with my hands. So I think I need to pull back a little bit on the stitching, pull back a little bit on the gaming. Just like let these rest a bit, but it's fine. I've got my lacrosse ball. I'm like rolling the muscle. I'm told it helps. My physio said that would help me. Anyway, yes, I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday, and I hope you all have some time off until the new year so you can relax and prep for 2024, which I'm just shocked that it's the end of the year already, but here we are. Right, so let's dive into things. I figured first off, I'll start with a little intro because I know not necessarily just my followers will be watching this. Maybe you're new here. You want to know what I'm about? My name is Michaela. I live in Vancouver, Canada. I have a beautiful cat. He's cleaning himself just off camera. I'm not going to bring him over here though. He's a little too far away, but he's very cute. You can take my word for it. I work in video games and I love to cross stitch. I started cross stitching in 2016. It was something that my mom did when I was growing up, and I always liked the look of it, but I had never really, I don't think I ever tried it myself as a kid. But in 2016, my husband was on tour and I kind of was looking for something to fill my time. So I took up cross stitch, just like a little dimensions kit, and stitched on and off until about 2020 when I really got more into the hobby. I discovered the Witchy Stitcher and I was like, oh my God, they actually do like modern patterns. Because I was just looking at dimensions kits and things like that. I like didn't even consider what else could be out there, you know? So since then, I've started quite a few projects, as you would see. I think my WIP count is like fairly low in the floss tube world, but it's like, you know, it's a good, I feel good with this number. I don't want to get too much higher. And I'm gunning for some finishes next year, which I'm not really going to talk about in this video. I'll do it in my next floss tube, which I'm going to film next week. It's December 27th right now, so I wanted to wait till Christmas was over before I did this. Anyway, yeah, so that's me. I started this channel in March because I wanted to talk to the internet about my hobby. I don't have a lot of people who cross stitch close to me, or none who do it the amount I do. So I wanted to make some internet friends and just blather about my hobby here. So you get to benefit from that. Okie doke. Let's just like dive into some projects, shall we? I took some notes yesterday, so you're gonna hear, okay, some disclaimers before we start. One, you're gonna hear some page flipping. You're gonna hear some bag opening. I did not take any of the projects out of their bags. They're all like, here they are. That's the majority of them, and I've got like maybe, what is this, 5 more? 6 more? sitting on the couch that didn't fit in this bin, but I have not unzipped any of the bags. So if this is like a trigger for you, sound-wise, just warning you now, you're gonna hear a lot of unzipping, crumply sounds. I also have not ironed anything. I cannot be bothered to iron anything. And you would laugh if I showed you my ironing board. I don't even, usually when I iron like on a towel. My ironing board is literally like, it's like a baby travel-sized one that I've been using when I like finish my projects, and it's like really sad and small. And for Christmas, my parents got me a proper sized ironing board because I want to start like properly quilting. I've made one quilt in a class, and you can't really quilt if you can't iron. So I need to be able to like press cloth, and I need a nice big board to do that. I don't know where I'm going to fit it in this house. It's a sizable place, but we don't really have a lot of storage, so I just have to like tuck it into some sort of weird corner, I think. Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, you're gonna hear zipping, you're gonna hear page rustling, nothing's gonna be ironed. Just putting that there out front. I don't know what I'm doing with my voice. Anyway, let's dive in. So we're gonna go through like proper stats. Oh damn, I should have wrote down how many days I stitched this year. That's fine. I keep track of that in a little journal. We'll ignore that, but I'll have like WIP counts and finishes and everything at the end of this video. But to start, when 2023 started, I came into the year with only 4 WIPs, and I still have those 4 WIPs. WIPs being a work in progress for those unsure of the term. So my very oldest WIP that is currently still in my rotation is Cabin Fever, which is a Dimensions kit. I bought this at a now, the store's now closed, unfortunately, in Edmonton. It was lovely. It was called the Craft Connection. I think they've moved most of their stock to like a framing store in the city. I do not live in Edmonton. I do not live anywhere near Edmonton. It's a place I would drive through on my way to a family reunion that we have every 3 years. But yeah, so this is where I picked that up. Cabin Fever looks, oh my, that's quite a bit of glare, but Cabin Fever looks like this. Hopefully that's picking up. All right, heck yeah it is. Okay, it is a gorgeous kit. I started this in July, June of 2020, like around there. I don't know for sure because I was not tracking it at that time. But this is that project right now. Oh, I also don't have any before and after pictures because I wasn't taking them when I started this. But I think at the very end of this video, like once I'm done filming, I'm going to take a picture of all my projects where they are like right now in this moment in time, so I can have progress pictures at the end of next year. I think that would be really cool just to see like how far I came in the year. But anyway, enough of that. This is what I have so far for Cabin Fever. So, for me, this is a pretty good chunk. There is still a lot to go, obviously, looking at the size of this. But I worked on it. I think I just worked on this 20 days this week. Extremely wrinkly. Wow. It's fine. I got those cute deers. So when I started the year, I was mostly done this. I think I brought the shadow down a little further, and I worked a lot in the trees here, the blacks and greens. All of this was new this year. I was having some major struggles with this project. If you watch any of my previous videos where I've stitched on this, you'll know my struggles. But Dimensions kits, at least some of them anyway, ask you to use 6 threads on an 18 count, extremely stiff Aida. It drove me insane because it would just shred the thread like to no end. And I just, even if the thread was short, like it was just so frustrating for me. So I changed it up. I've changed it to 3 threads. Is it going to have a bit of a different look? Is it going to lose some of that dimension, the dimensional quality? Probably a bit, but I just want to see it finished. So that is the path we are taking. It still looks good. I think these greens only just have like 3 strands here. It's gonna fill in just fine. I should say 6 strands. They're not full crosses, they're a half cross, but even still, 6 strands going for an 18 count Aida is like, that's really tight. It's really tight. And anyway, there it is, Cabin Fever by Dimensions, my oldest WIP. I have, okay, I'll talk about this more in my next floss tube. I was not gonna do a WIP Go board this year, but then I changed my mind last night and I made a WIP Go board on the spot. Because I was just struggling with figuring out like how I was going to be disciplined in getting my goals and what a fun way to do that would be. So this has been put on a WIP Go board, very similar to what I did this year. I've put it on 4 times, 5 days each. We're gonna do like 20 days a year and maybe I'll finish it by the time I'm 50. But hey, who knows? Maybe I'll fall in love with it at some point and never want to stop. But anyway, it is gorgeous, but it's got a long way to go. So that's Cabin Fever. Okay, so my next WIP is in this bag, which I made. I need to make more project bags. I bought fabric for it and everything. I just need to get the interfacing. But like, oh my God, look how cute. I love it. So this is, like I said, my second oldest WIP. I started it in the summer of 2020 as well. I think I started it in July. I don't know. I started these two pretty close together. This is the Chopping Mall by the Witchy Stitcher. It is on a 14 count Aida that I dyed myself with RIT dye. The dye is not color fast. I didn't know what I was doing, so I don't think I can ever really wash this without ruining it, but that's fine. I think a grungy look will really make this project pop. So there it is. I'm so stoked on this. I want to finish this next year. Like, look. We get nice and close so you can see all the floors. So I finished the interior of the mall and I worked a bit on the bottom as well. So you can see I've put Pennywise there in the bottom. Oh my goodness. I love this. The last time I worked on this, I was working on the roof. When I started picking this up this year, I hadn't even finished this room. Like, I was still working here. I hadn't done any of this or any of the bottom floor. So I put like quite a bit of work into this year. I'm really proud of it. It's not done yet. I still have to do quite a large roof and some more characters on the bottom, but it's totally finishable this year. There it is. The shopping mall. I love it. Yeah, I'm so stoked on it. So, second oldest WIP. I'm gunning for a finish on this next year. I think I can do it. No problem. No problem. It's gonna be good. Okie doke. Let's throw that over here. WIP number 3. Oh, why didn't I take it out of the queue? Okay, I was a fool. I was a fool and I didn't take it out of the queue snap. But I'll do that right now. Oh, this is a bag that I got from the sewing shop. She's a Canadian seller, Kaylee Tent Stitch. She's awesome. She makes beautiful bags. She dyes fabric. You can see how I organize my floss, which is I don't organize it at all. I just shove it in bags. Yeah, it kind of makes it a little fun when you're digging through there and trying to find what you need. Fun. Okay, hang on. I loosen these. I don't keep them hella tight on the Q-snap for anyone who might be horrified by that. I don't know if that's the right way to be doing things, but I can't be bothered to take it on and off. But anyway, the project I am attempting to show you is Duck Queen of the Earth by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I started this on September 8th, 2022. And this was a stitch along. It finished up, yeah, it would have finished up September of this year, or August of this year. Anyway, I haven't finished it, obviously, but I do want to finish it next year. That's a pretty lofty goal, I think, because there's still a lot of stitching to be done, but I just want to get her done because she is so pretty. This is what she looks like so far. She's a big girl. Like, she's gonna be a big girl. but I actually really enjoy stitching on her, so even though I'm like quite far behind, I'm not really mad about it. I'm like, you know what, like this is fine. I know I'm gonna finish her. I wasn't a massive fan of any of the faces that were put out, but I think I have a plan of what I'm gonna do. The face I like best is the elven one, like the brown skinned, like kind of like the same color as the tree trunk. She like looks like she's like a wood fae or something like that, and she has like elf ears. I like that face the best. I don't like the layout of her horns, so I think I'm gonna like change that up. We'll see how it goes. But here it is. Oh, I can't remember if I mentioned the fabric, but this is 32 count gilded oak by, what is it? Under the Sea Fabrics. So this was one of the 2 fabrics that was made specifically for this project. The other one was, I can't remember the color, the name, but it was a green. But I preferred the gilded oak. There she is. I actually can't believe how big, like how big she is. She's so tall. Like this is a lot of stitching. Anyway, this is on my WIP Go board as well next year. Obviously I'm going to be working on it more than just on the WIP, like more than just what's on my WIP Go board, but I wanted to have some like days that were like called specifically for it, you know what I mean? I wanted to have some months where I would be forced to work on it, I guess is the best way to put it. Anyway, that is Dark Queen of the Earth. Still a ways to go, but she's looking lovely so far. Okie doke. Throw her down. Next up, the last WIP I brought into the new year with me is this one. Oh, this is a Little Boat 88 bag. Another Canadian maker, I think, actually. Maybe in Calgary? I think they're in Edmonton. No, Edmonton. What am I saying? I think they're in Alberta. Perhaps Calgary, but I don't know. My brain's just telling me that. I could be wrong. They are Canadian, though, I'm pretty sure. So, this is the bag. It's really cute. Final front. And the project that is in this bag is The Richest Season of the Soul by Twin Peak Primitives. It's gonna look like this when it's done. I'm also hoping to finish this next year. And this is where I am now. It looks so lovely. Yes, I love it. I really love working on this. The last time I worked on this, I think I called this a water wheel. It's not a water wheel. That's just like a wagon wheel. But anyway, I am really enjoying this project. I don't have too much to do. I have the alphabet up top. I got to finish the border, and then there's like sheep over here. But it is looking very cute. There it is. Heck yeah. That is on a 32 count cappuccino linen by Weeks Dye Works. And yeah, I would love to see this done next year. And I think that is totally possible if I focus. Right. So that is the last WIP from 2022. Oh, did I say when I started it? Sorry, October 9th, 2022 is when I started this. I think it was meant to be like a fall start, but I was away during fall. I wasn't away during fall. I was away during the first day of fall. So I started this Canadian Thanksgiving, I think. October 9th, it's usually around there. Anyway, that's that. Okay, let's get into the new year. So this was a project that I had been wanting to start for some time. I saw it online kind of like right around when I first started stitching seriously in 2020. And I was like, oh my God, that project is amazing. That is huge. Am I ever going to do that? And then when I was at the Craft Connection in 2022, when did I get this? It must have been when I was there in 2022. I got the pattern. I saw it there. I am, of course, talking about Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. That looks like this. It is a truly massive project. This was my New Year, New Start. So I started this January 1st, 2023. Let me pull it out. Oh my, there's magnets attached to it. That's fun. All my needle minders and like little magnets have just piled onto it. It's a big mess of fabric, but here we are. Ta-da! So this is what I was able to finish this year. I had this on my WIP Go board, and I wanted to finish 2 blocks by the end of the year. We didn't get there, but I'm still happy with this progress. Each WIP Go call was for a half block, which was way more stitching than I was anticipating. Like, it took me the better part of the month to finish like 1 square. And that square isn't even finished because it's missing the back stitch, spider web, and all that. So I took a bit of a different approach. I do have an ambitious goal with this one, I would say. I want to finish the whole top row by the end of next year. I said I was going to talk about my plans in my next video. I still am. You're going to get a bit of a spoiler of those plans. I want to stitch the whole top row by next year. First off, let's just look at the size of this fabric. It's not going to fully fill it, but it's going to be big. This is a 32 count light mocha Belfast linen. It's big. Pam from Just Keep Stitching is also stitching on 32 count, this same piece, and she's almost done. I think she just finished the second to last block. Yeah, I think I just saw her finish the train, I think. Anyway, hers is looking amazing, and I'm really excited to see it when it's done. Anyhow, ooh, goodness me. I just want to show you one more time. I just folded it up so it's a bit easier to hold. But there we go. It's so pretty. I really, really like this piece. Part of me sort of wishes I was able to find like a modeled? Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, a modeled fabric. So there was like a little more tonal difference in the piece as it went along, but I still think this is a lovely fabric for it. It's looking so good. I love it so much, and we are desperately hoping we'll be able to finish the top row by the end of this year. So yeah, there it is. My 2023 New Year, New Start. All right. In the same bag, which is also by Kaylee Tent Stitch at the sewing shop. Look at this. It's like a soda bag. It came with like a little doodad, like a soda. It's got tiny little cucumbers in it. It's so cute. Anyway, also in this bag is Made for Each Other by the Witchy Stitcher. This I started on January 15th, 2020. Yeah, sorry, I was going to say 2022. January 15th, 2023. And here we are. I absolutely love this piece. It's so beautiful. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? So I'm working on the bride. Frankenstein's monster is going to be on the other side. This is stitched on a 14 count Huntress Ada by Picture This Plus. And it is looking just lovely, I think. Really enjoyed this one. This one I've been stitching on important dates around my husband and I's anniversaries. So like dating anniversary, wedding anniversary, Valentine's Day, blah, blah, blah. That's when I've been picking it up. Plus it was on my WIP Go board a couple times this year. So there it is. Made for Each Other. Okay, moving right along. My next start was Red Cardinals by Owl Forest Embroidery. I started this February 6th, 2023. I've actually been putting a little work into it this month because it was a WIP Go call. And it's looking very cute. So here we are. Ooh, let me move my needle minder a bit. So this is Red Cardinals. Ooh, I'm gonna, yeah, let's fold that a bit. There we go. Okay. Red Cardinals by Owl Forest Embroidery. So this is on a 32 count, is it platinum? No, antique ivory Belfast linen. When I picked this up again in okay, so obviously like this is like a, you know, this was not around last year. Started February 7th, no, 6th, which I already said. But the last time I picked this up, this bird wasn't finished. He's done now. I've added like a little baby bird here, some berries. I haven't done a ton of work this month, but it's looking cute. I'm really liking it. So there we go. Very nice. Nice little Christmas piece. I'll probably work on this a couple more times in the winter. I will likely do February in February, which I think is the creation of Mislaid Pages. I just love the name. I love birds. There's a lot of birds on this, so I'll probably be stitching that again. All right, next WIP. Oh, this was my birthday start, and I absolutely love this one so much. Okay, hang on, let me flip my notes. Keep us updated. All right, so this is a pattern by Maximum Cross Stitch. It's called There Is Always Room. Looks like this. I bought all the materials I needed from Evertote, which is a Canadian website. They have fabric, they carry Roxy Floss. That's the pattern. And here I am. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ta-da! It's so very pretty. I love it so much. I'm just gonna fold it down a bit. It's a bit easier to hold. No, that's too much of a fold. Oh my. Don't want to cut off the kitty cat. Don't want to cut off the kitty cat. Okay. Okay, that was even worse. Please hold while I fumble through this. There we go. Ta-da. So I've done about a quarter of the border. I've like reached the halfway point at the top, and the bottom, it's most, oh, sorry, one of the sides. I've done the kitty cat, the doggy, and the bird at the top. Started the roof of the house. It's looking so cute. Yeah, I really love this. I'm excited to keep working on it. Yeah, it's beautiful, really. I'm stitching this with the called for Roxy Floss, and it is on a 36 porcelain linen that I bought from Evertote website. It's really lovely. Nice fabric. And just so beautiful. And there's there's a bunch of specialty stitches. I can't remember what this one is. Maybe Algerian eyelets? I can't remember, but there are a few motifs kind of like in the corners that do different, they have different types of stitches, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I'm loving this. I don't think I'll be able to finish this year with my other plans, but I am so excited for whenever the day it is that it'll be finished so I can display it because it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay, next up. This is teeny tiny. Really wish I worked on it more, but 2024. We'll work on it a little more in 2024. So this one is The Raccoon by Cottage Garden Samplings. Looks like that. Very, very cute. I really love this. This is from the Year in the Woods series. I have a couple of these. I planned to stitch one animal from every season, and this is spring. I have the fox and I have the little brown bat. I need to pick one for summer. I'll probably go with the bear, but I'm still thinking about it. Adorable. And this is where I am. Really not a lot of progress here, but that's fine. We'll have more time to work on it next year. So we really just got the haunch of the raccoon, start of his tail, and the flower here. This is stitched on a 28 count vellum linen from Picture This Plus. I started it on March 20th, 2023. I believe this was that the first day of spring? I think it was the first day of spring, and also a start for Stitch Asia, which I think is in March as well. I think I was doing kind of like a combo. I could be wrong though. Yeah, that's where we are with the raccoon. It's looking so cute. I like his little butt. Obviously still a fair amount to stitch, but that's cool. That's all good by me. I like how I said, oh, I loosen everything that's on the Q-snap. This is an extremely tight Q-snap. I'm gonna like, I'll loosen it up now. It's fine. Okay. Oh, and that is living in this really adorable bag, also from Little Boat 88. I used to have my Dark Queen in this, and she was too big. She started getting too big for it. So I moved the raccoon here because the raccoon looks like he'd just be hanging out with all these cuties, doesn't he? All right, moving right along. Next up, I started this for Manning May. It's the Sunroom Runner by Carolyn Manning. Manning May was a hashtag, or well, it was a kind of a stitch along started by a bunch of different stitchers. I'm going to try to remember all of them. I think it was, or was it just 4? Yeah, I think it was Seattle Stitcher, the Museum Stitcher, Cam the Stitcher, and Marjorie Maid were doing this. I might have missed someone. Anyway, this was their brainchild. It was a great idea. I think it was the 4 of them who came up with it. 4 of them did it, that's for sure. Anyway, this is Sunroom Runner, as I mentioned. I started it on May 8th, 2023. It's done on a 16 count Country French Cafe Mocha. And that is what the pattern looks like so far. I am really enjoying this one. I love the, I don't know if I would even call it, part of me wanted to call it like a Mandela effect. That's incorrect, I think. But I like how it's mirrored, is what I'm trying to say. This is going to be so super pretty when it's done. I am excited to work on this more this year. I'll definitely be picking it up again in May, but we'll be working on it at other points of the year too, I think, because I really enjoy it. It's a soothing stitch, and it's just so beautiful. So look at that. Lovely. Let's put that back, shall we? Okay. Next up, it was another Sal that I did not keep up with, but that's okay. We're fine with it. This is Castle Homecoming from Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries. The Sal's technically not yet concluded. I think it ends in February. I had to throw in a little cut here. I moved my camera. I think I maybe got the angle correct. That's fine. Either way, we'll see. Anyway, next WIP up is Castle Homecoming from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This is a Sal that I started May 27th, 2023. I bought the kit from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery themselves, which was great. It included all the DMC I needed, as well as the fabric. Perfect. I fell very far behind on this one. This Sal's technically not yet completed. I think it finishes in February. You can see how much has been released in this image I've just put up. But this is where I am. We're still just at the beginning, but that's okay. Everyone's looking very cute. We got Merlin, the Herald, the Knight. It's looking adorable. I haven't finished the bridge. It's tedious, okay? All that gray. I wanted to stitch something fun. Anyway, this is on a 32 count Valor from Picture This Plus, and it's very cute. I really, really like this one. It's a good project. Super adorable. There they go. Marching off. I love Merlin. He's so stoked. Anyway, I'm gonna be working more on this next year. Hopefully I can finish it next year, but we'll see. We'll see. Okie dokie. Next up, this was my Pride Month start. Okay. Ooh, it's also in another sewing shop bag. Look at that. Heck yes. Love it. This piece is Move Forward in Love by Modern Folk Embroidery. I started it on June 1st, 2023, and it's so cute. It's so itty bitty. I'm stitching this over 1. 1/1 on 25 count Lugana called, what is it called? It's called Blushing Pink. This was a fabric from the sewing shop as well. Look at that. I'm stitching it with the Roxy Flossco flosses. On the pattern itself, there's a suggestion to get the Roxy Flossco rainbow pack and I think add in a green or maybe a blue. I can't remember now. You have to add in like 1 color. Either way, totally worth it. Colors are fabulous. It's looking so cute. It's a lot of stitching, but it's fun and colorful, and I really enjoyed working on this. So there it is. Lovely. I'll throw it back in here. Okay. I'm sure I'm gonna have an avalanche at some point, this like growing pile beside me. That's fine. Next up was another little summer start. I actually started this one with Cam the Stitcher. It is The Birdman Cometh from Little Robin Designs. I saw this pattern and I was like, holy hell, I need to stitch that. That is so weird. Like, look how freaky it is. I love it. Everything about it's just very strange. So I had to have it. That is also housed in a sewing shop bag. We got Frida Kahlo here. Lovely. I love these bags, as you can tell. I have quite a few of them. Here is my progress on The Birdman Cometh. I am stitching this on 32 count Rouge from Mystic Fabrics. Where is the, oh, there it is. There it is. And that's what I have. Not a lot of progress, but I finished a motif. I got a bird riding a horse. That's cool. I'm into that. I love this fabric too, by the way. It's so red. So red. Really perfect for this piece. Yeah, that's gonna look so good. The colors are just so vibrant on it. Love it. Okie doke. Did I say I think I said the date. Started that June 21st. If I didn't. There it is again. Thrown in the bag. Moving on to the next. Oh, okay, the next one. I really like this project. I want to get a lot more time on it this year. I was like expecting to work on this more than I did, and then for whatever reason, I kept pushing it off for other things. But this is 5 o'clock by Ink Circles. I really, really love this pattern. Looks so cool. The wonderful Stitchy Rin gifted me this. Awesome. So appreciative of that. Very cool pattern. I started stitching it July 1st. Don't have a ton of progress, but that's okay. I got the swizzle stick. Okay, so what do I have? I've got a lemon, I've got the flamingo stick, salted rim, and a lime. But you know what? A start is a start. So this is on 32 count Tundra by Mystic Fabrics. I'm looking at this fabric now and I really wish I used this for another project. Damn, that's fine. You know what? You'll see that project at the very end of the video. I think I'm gonna stick with what I've done, but we'll talk about that more later. Anyway, that's what I've got on 5 o'clock. Super itty bitty. Hopefully get more time on it this year, next year. You know what I mean? The year that's coming up. Let's jam this all back in there. Okay. Moving along. Ooh, we're moving through the summer. Another one I started with Cam, from Cam the Stitcher, is in this amazing Jasmine Custom Bags bag. I also think Cam bought this exact bag. Bag twins. How could I not buy it though? It's so cute. I think every single one of the bags I own is from a Canadian seller. Canadian pride. What can I say? Look at the inside of this fabric though. First, we're gonna appreciate the bag before we start talking about what's inside of it. skulls. I love it. Nice chunky zippers. I got myself another Jasmine custom bag that's coming my way now, and I'm so excited to get it. I'll show you later, but it's very cute. Anyway, moving along. I started this with Cam the Stitcher. I'm pretty sure she's just going to be working on the center motif, but this is the Wizard Inventory Sal by Sewing Starfish. It's got a big old wizard in the center and a bunch of cute little motifs surrounding it. I have not started the wizard. I'm excited to start the wizard. I don't know when I'll start the wizard because I'm way over in the corner, but I've got the top runes here and the dragon done and a bit of the border. This is going to take me some time. It's a pretty big project. I don't think I realized how large it was. It's going to fill this whole like width. This fabric is gorgeous. Oh wait, first off, when did I start this? July 15th, 2022. Not 2022, 2023. July 15th, 2023. It is on a 28 count Mystic linen by Picture This Plus. This is a tight 28 count. I'm just gonna put it out there. It is tight, but it is a gorgeous fabric for it, and I'm happy to be working on it. So great. Love this project. Get a few more motifs done this year for sure. Will I finish it? Extremely doubtful. Extremely doubtful, because the wizard is a big boy. He's gonna take a while himself when I get there. Okay, moving along. I had another Pride start. I started this for Vancouver Pride weekend, which is in August, not June. In another sewing shop bag. Kitties! So cute. And there's a sewing machine. Little doodad, zipper pull. Yoki joke. So this was, as I mentioned, a Vancouver Pride weekend Pride start. It is the Progress Goose by Fine Frog Stitching. I started this August 4th, 2023. It's just on a 14 count black Aida. I'm just gonna like bang out a finish on this, I think, in the next couple months. Like, I don't know, maybe work on it in the mornings. It's not that big. I really should have finished this in August, but I didn't. But I've got like most of the goose's body down, and I'll have to do his little flag and his feetsies, but that's him so far. Little goosey. So cute. So cute. Okay, next up. Why did I start this? I think I started, this was like a hashtag Stitchy for Witchy. I started this next one on August 12th, 2023. It is All Treats, No Tricks by the Witchy Stitcher. I actually bought the cross stitch kit from her shop last year. No, this year. What is time? I bought it this year. Anyway, that's what the project will look like when it's finished. I really have not worked on this nearly as much as I wanted to this year, but that's fine. We'll work on it more next year. So this, as I mentioned, was started August 12th. It is stitched on a 28 count Fossil by Fox and Rabbit, which was the fabric included in the kit. And I've just got some pants. It's just pants. But look how variegated those pants are. I love it. These threads are Cottage Garden. Is it Cottage Garden Threads? Is that the name of the company? Yes? Came with this lovely thread pack. Cottage Garden. Yeah, I think it's just Cottage Garden. Oh my God, I cannot speak. Cottage Garden Threads. Lots of lovely colors in there that I will be getting to. Look, and it also came with this like coffin thread holder. It's got a name, doesn't it? A thread something. One of those things that holds your threads. It's made of wood and it's cute. Anyway, that's a nice kit. Wish I worked on it more, but I didn't. But that's okay. We'll work on it more in 2024. That is super crumply. There it is. Ooh, so cute. All treats, no tricks. Witchy Stitcher. Love the Witchy Stitcher. Okay, next up, we are now moving into September. I'm zipping along. I know these WIP parades can be hella long, so I'm like trying to be conscious of how much I'm speaking. Okay, so next up is a full, well, it wasn't a full kit, but it was mostly a kit. Mostly a kit, what am I trying to say? It was most of a kit that I bought from Evertote. So this is September's Revenge by Maximum Cross Stitch. First, we're going to admire the bag. Came with this bag. Very lovely Evertote bag. It did have a zipper pull and it broke off. It was a really cute zipper pull. You can take my word for it. So this is the pattern, September's Revenge. It's gonna look like that. Just a house with a bunch of like flowers exploding out of it. I love it. This, oh, and it also came with this little notions pouch. Very nice. Okie doke. I had a piece of panettone linen, also from Evertote, just hanging around my house that I think was even the recommended fabric. So I was like, oh, perfect. Like I already have the fabric I need. It's in the correct cut. It is a 32 count panettone, I'm pretty sure. Where's my notes? Yeah, there it is. And here it is. I started this September 1st. I've got the top of the house and some vines and the letter L. That's an L. The letter L. This is all stitched with Roxy Floss Co. floss. The kit I purchased came with that floss and the pattern and the bags. I had to provide my own fabric, but as mentioned, I had some on hand. Looks absolutely lovely. I really like this. I'm excited to work more on this year. I would love to finish this year. I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna finish it. I don't know. What my stitching schedule will have to look like in order to do that, but we'll see. I'd like to get it done because it's really not that big of a project. I know Shiloh from Cross Stitch MD finished it within the month of September. She broke it down. I can't remember how many stitches a day she had to do, but it looked pretty reasonable to me. So surely I can finish that in the next 365 days. Am I right? And it's a leap year day. A leap year next year. So we have an extra day. That's what I'm trying to say. My brain's getting all scrambled with everything I'm trying to get out, but that's fine. You're just gonna have to deal with the scrambling. Okay, so next up is Don't Look. This is a pattern by D's 20 Stitches and Uncanny Kari. I started this on September 7th, 2023, which was Dario Argento's birthday. Dario Argento is a famous Italian director who specializes in giallo films. And Don't Look is from D's 20 Stitches and Uncanny Kari's giallo collection. So giallo films are a specific type of kind of like thriller, horror subgenre in Italian cinema. They're a lot of fun. I suggest watching them. I started this and I watched Opera, which was an Argento film I hadn't watched, which is a very loose retelling of Phantom of the Opera. Very loose, but it's really good. And it was the perfect piece to work on for that, because don't watch, well, I put the pattern up, you saw what it is. It's like a bleeding eyeball. Perfect, because there are some horrible things that happen to some girls' eyes in that movie. So really, I picked the perfect film / cross-stitch project crossover. Anyway, it's not much of a start, but this is not like a huge piece. It's probably something I can finish if I just work on, I don't know, a couple more days anyway. Well, more than a couple days, but whatever. It doesn't feel like a lot compared to my other projects. I did not cut this fabric. I was like, to hell with it. I'm too lazy. We're just going to throw it right in the middle. There's going to be so much extra fabric on the sides. Why didn't I cut it? I just, you know, I couldn't be bothered. But it's just a 14 count black Aida, so like, whatever. I can get that anywhere. Okay, that's Don't Look. Throw that over there. Oh, we're in the last few piles. Okay, so next up, This was a stitch I started on the first day of autumn. It's one I've been hoping to start for some time. My mom got it for me, well, my parents, I shouldn't say just my mom. I mean, you know, whatever. My parents got this for me for Christmas last year. It is Hello from Liz Matthews, Autumn Cloche. I think everyone and their mother was working on this when it came out. It was a very popular piece for sure. It's gorgeous. And I have a little itty bitty start on it. So I started this, oh, again, let's admire the bag. Another sewing shop bag. It's got puppies on it. Look at all those puppies. They're so cute. Puppy dog zipper pull. Adorbs. Okay, so I started this, sorry, not October. September 2020, holy moly, September 23rd, 2023. There we go. Slow down. I've got a little bitty start. It's basically just one of the flowers. I don't even think it's the full flower. It's part of a flower. Let me fold it down so you can actually see. I'm stitching this on a 40 count Phantasm by Atomic Ranch Linen. It's like really, there we go. Little flower. It's a beautiful fabric though. It's kind of like purpley, greeny, bluey. I love it. It's cute. It's my first time stitching on 40 count with this project, which I enjoyed, but it's definitely more slow going than the 32 count, I find, just because it's so much smaller and you're having to like really pay attention to where your needle's going. But yeah, just a tiny baby start for Autumn Cloche. But I'm happy I started it. It's looking cute. Okay, moving into October. Another small start. I started Halloween Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. I love these tiny towns. I have a few of them waiting to be started. What do I have? I think like Honey of a Tiny Town, Christmas Tiny Town, and the Harvest Tiny Town I also have because they're all so cute. And I want to finish them as those little pin drums. So sweet. This is in a bag I got from Whittier Stitches. She sent me like a little gift around Halloween, which was so sweet of her. It had quite a few things in it, but included this like hand sewn bag. So cute. Nice little moon zipper pull. And here we go. Here's my start on Halloween Tiny Town. I started it October 6th. This is on a 28 count Legacy linen by, it's a Picture This Plus linen. So I've just got the little stack in the center started and the house to the left. Yep. I'm trying to like figure out directions. There it is. Super tiny start. Very cute. Yeah, adorable. I love this ghost. What a sweetie in this grinning pumpkin. So cute. So these are like not huge stitches. I'd like to finish this next year. Maybe work on it. Like for me, certain things need to be seasonal for me. Like Christmas, I have a hard time stitching outside of the season. But Halloween, I can stitch Halloween anytime. I'm like a person who watches horror movies year round. I can stitch Halloween anytime. So I would like to keep working on this throughout the year and hopefully finish it. Okay, was that my only October? I did have another start in October, but I actually finished it, so I won't be showing that to you. The next start I have that is still a WIP is the 2023 Holiday Countdown by Modern Folk Embroidery. So this is like a big advent calendar kit that Evertote puts out. Every day you get a new part of the pattern and a brand new floss that comes with it from Roxy Floss Co. I'm loving this. It's so much fun. I'm not gonna put up what the finished pattern looks like. I'm just gonna show you what this looks like now because I feel like there might be other people like me who are behind and is that a spoiler? I don't know. I kind of don't even want to spoil myself, you know, by like searching to see what it looks like right now. But anyway, I'm several days behind. What day is this? I'm on day 13 now. I haven't started day 13. So I'm finished up to day 12. And this is what we've got. Isn't that lovely? I'm really, really enjoying this. So the most recent thing I stitched was these little things at the bottom here, and I'm absolutely obsessed with the color of this floss. So cool. So nice. This is on a 32 count Turtle Dove by Evertote. It was fabric that was custom dyed for this project. Lovely. Did I say when I started it? I started it December 3rd, 2023. I started it during the Jingle Ball after I had finished Santa's Night, which was a project I was desperate to finish ahead of the class, and I managed to, so that was good. But yeah, so I started this a couple days into December. And yeah, I'm doing my best to finish off the little motifs here. It's so pretty. I really, really like this piece. I'm like, there are only certain designers I'll do a mystery sal with. Like Witchy Stitcher, I know I'm always gonna like. And I also did that Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery mystery sal. And same with the Sewing Starfish. But I like the aesthetics of their stuff. Modern Folk Embroidery as well is that's another designer I would do a mystery stitch along with for sure. Just everything they produce is so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. And every day, so let me just show you like one of the cards. I'll show you the first card. Every day you get a card with like this little picture on it, and you know, sometimes it's like, oh, I have like a new song on my YouTube channel. Like, yeah, Jacob posts all these songs. What else has he put? He's put poems on here. I think there's is there a recipe in one? Maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, there's like a little, you're not just getting the pattern on the opposite side of the card. There's like a little something extra that's so cute. So I've been enjoying that. Oh, here's all the floss so far. This is the one that we just used. That I just used. The Occasion. Ugh. Seriously? I love it. It's kind of like a goldy pink. So pretty. Crumple, crumple. Sorry, I do not have this in a project bag. It's just inside the bag it came in. Okay, only a couple more things to go. Let's see. We've got my next Christmas start, which was Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. It's in this Home for the Holidays book, which I think is still for sale. There's a lot of really cute projects in here. But I started this Christmas Garden. Looks like that. So gorgeous. I saw a lot of stitchers working on this. The Seattle Stitcher and the Museum Stitcher are working on this, and Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch finished this, like, I think at the top of last year, no, it was the top of this year, she had her Christmas garden framed. I think that was when she did it. Anyway, and it's just so stunning. I'm like, okay, I need to start this project. It's gorgeous. So I started it. I started Christmas Garden December 5th, 2023. This is on a 40 count platinum Newcastle linen. And it's just a little baby start. I was having some difficulty. I don't want to call it difficulty. My eyes, I was getting some eye strain stitching on this. So I've only stitched on it one day. I want to get a couple more days in, obviously, before I put it away before next Christmas. But it's just a little baby start, just the border. Super cute. I am mixing up the threads. I'm doing it with a mix of the called for and some new ones, some new ones, some different threads. So what I'm working with is replacing Calico Kitty. I'm using Cranberry because Calico Kitty's quite pink now, and I wanted like something like Christmassy red. So I have Cranberry by The Gentle Art. I am still using Fool's Gold by Classic Colorworks because I think I really like the color still, and I think that's going to work out well. I have Instead of heirloom gold, I'm using apple cider. And instead, oh no, yeah, that's right. That's a replacement. And then instead of endive, I'm using balsam fir from Classic Colorworks. So that's the color you can see right now. And yeah, so that's the thread I have stitched with so far on this. But yeah, it's just a little baby start. We'll get a little more done in the coming days, hopefully. I want to stitch it at least one more day in December. It's looking very nice. I'm like reading this now. Cross stitch, so the amount, the yardage it was asking for was for using 2 strands over 2 linen threads. I'm stitching 1 strand over 2. I definitely bought too much thread, but that's okay. These colors are lovely, so I can just have more for different projects. I'm like, I didn't need to buy that many, did I? That's fine, that's fine. I'd rather have too much than too little. Okay, so that is that. Next up is another December start. I started quite a few Christmas projects because the only other Christmas project I had was red cardinals and I wanted more. So the next one I started, oh, got a bunch of floss covering it. I'm gonna have to pull it out. I started the Mistletoe Loitering Society by Lindy Stitches. I started this on December 19th. It is this extremely cute pattern. I love this pattern so much. I'm stitching it with DMC floss. I've got it on a 32 count Exhausted by Mystic Fabrics. That is the fabric of the month for November, for those who are in her club. And that's what I got so far. So I've got the top border done, and I'm starting some of the motifs creeping down the side. Can't wait to get to those animals though. They're so freaking cute. Let me just fold this down a bit. There we go. So lovely. I really like the color of the fabric. The colors of the floss are really popping. It's looking good. And yeah, it's just a super cute Christmas piece. It's not super huge. So potentially it's something I could finish in the holiday season next year. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and I've got one final WIP. We're in the home stretch now. Home stretch was like a few WIPs ago. We're in the last WIP. I started this last night. So this, I started December 26th, 2023. It is from Plum Street Samplers. It is Christmas Mini Moon. Looks like this. It's got a big bunny on top of the house. He's holding Holly? I think he's holding Holly. Very cute. So I am stitching this on another recent Mystic Fabrics fabric of the month. It's called Compatible. It's a 32 count. And I'm looking at this thinking, damn, I wish I used Exhausted. I really wish I also put this like on this or Tundra. So the called for, as you can see, the linen here is kind of gray. I don't have any linen of this color. So I was like, well, I'll go with like the least, everything I was trying, like nothing was popping. And I'm really looking at this and I'm like, this certainly is not popping. I don't even, is it gonna show up on camera? No, barely. I'm gonna turn this into a pillow. I don't actually think this is a big deal because up close you can really see what's going on here. This is basically an invisible start for you though, so enjoy. I've got the moon done and I've done some of the white border. I think this is gonna look better when more pieces are in here, like because all the other colors are gonna stand out really well on this fabric. But I started stitching with white and ecru, I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, either way, these don't really pop on this fabric. Pull it back far enough, might as well not have any stitching on there. But you know what? It's not going to be a wall hanging. Like I said, I will be making it into a pillow, so I think it's going to be fine in the end. But right now I'm like, why did I keep doing this? Why did I choose this path? If I get it really close, you can see it. Anyway, that's fine. Oh, look, isn't this cute? I love these needle minders. I got it from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I think I showed that in my last floss tube. there it is. That's all my WIPs. Oh, this is my final bag. This is actually my first Jasmine custom bags that I got. Jasmine custom bag that I got. It's a Stranger Things bag, the Hellfire Club. I like D&D. Eddie Munson was my favorite character in season 4 of Stranger Things. So I was like, let's get it. I also love yellow. Okay, cool. That's it. WIP Parade finished. Okay, so let's talk about some stats. So as I said, I started this year with just 4 WIPs. My whole goal, essentially, this year was to increase the amount of projects I had. I wanted to start a bunch of stuff. I had bought a bunch of patterns. I'm like, let's actually start stitching these. Because in my mind, there's really no difference between a pattern sitting in a cupboard versus a pattern that's been started. Like, I know I want to stitch them all eventually. Will I have enough time in my life? I don't know, but we can try, right? So anyway, started the year with 4 WIPs. During 2023, I started a total of 31 projects. Of those 31 projects, I finished 10 of them. Most of those, no, about half of them actually, I gave away. And the other ones I've shown in other floss tubes I've done. So that means I am entering 2024 with 25 WIPs, which I'm pretty happy with that number, honestly. I don't want it to get too much higher than that. As I said, I am going to be trying to finish some of these like bigger, older projects I have, and also clean up a couple of the smalls I have, and we'll see how progress goes on the other ones. But that is that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and looking at all the stuff I'm working on. If you are new here, you like the projects that you've seen in this video, why don't you subscribe? I post a video every 3 weeks, talk about what I've been doing stitchy-wise. Occasionally I'll talk about a different craft. I started quilting in the summer and plan to quilt more in the new year. So there's that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna say we're done here. I should say links in the bottom if you want to follow me anywhere else. I have an Instagram. It is a personal Instagram, so cross stitch stuff goes up there, but so does like other photos. So maybe not your jam, but I'm gonna put it there anyway. Yeah, Instagram. If anyone uses Letterboxd, I watch a lot of movies and review them there, and I've got a Goodreads as well. But anyway, I hope everyone had a great time watching this video. I hope everyone is having a restful and restorative holiday break. And yeah, that's that. I'll see you all in the new year. Okay, bye-bye.